It's time.
She's spilling the tea.
This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, Nick Cannon, as I'm sure you know right now, has been fired from his positions at Viacom CBS, which means no more wilding out on MTV. That means no more working with Nickelodeon. And he did post a statement on his Facebook page. And he said that he was deeply saddened in a moment so close to reconciliation that the powers that be misused an important moment for us to all grow closer together and learn more about one another. He also has asked for ownership of his MTV and VH1 series Wildin' Out, as well as an apology for the company. This was the first post that he put up earlier yesterday. He said, for Viacom to be so deceptive is no surprise. They have been mistreating and robbing our community for years, underpaying talent on their biggest brands like Love and Hip Hop, all of BET programming, and of course, Wildin' Out. He said, I don't have to defend myself here. The proof is in the history. He goes on to quote the great Shirley Chisholm. He said, I am unbossed and unbought and unbothered. I respectfully stepped away from oppressive corporations in the past. NBC threatened and mistreated me for years, but I was the bigger person and abandoned an 8-figure salary on their number one hit show, America's Got Talent, and currently stand by my friend and queen, Gabrielle Union, in her fight against oppressions. He also talked about his show on Fox television, The Masked Singer, which he also hosts and executive produces, which, by the way, he is still going to keep his job there after he did apologize later on after this first post to the Jewish community. He said that after this, he said he has spoken with rabbis, clergy, professors, and co-workers who have offered to help him. So now he is also apologizing for what he had to say on his podcast, Cannon's Class. He said, and as you know, Viacom CBS, their initial issue was that he didn't apologize. And so that's why they let him go. Fox is keeping him as Masked Singer host after he did apologize to the Jewish community.
Yeah, I talked to like 8 of my Jewish homies yesterday, and every single one of them explained to me why what Nick said was anti-Semitic. And like I said yesterday, we can't tell someone what should and shouldn't offend them. So if Nick learned what I learned yesterday, then he knows what he said was offensive. And if his intent was to not offend, apologize. Simple as that.
Yeah, but that was my thing. If he wasn't trying to offend anybody and they said, hey, look, this is offensive, I don't understand. You know, apology doesn't make you weak. A lot of people think that, oh, you apologize, no, it doesn't. If you offended somebody and you didn't mean to, and maybe you had your information wrong, look, my bad. That wasn't my intention. I apologize. I don't understand what's wrong with an apology. People are mad that he apologized. I don't understand what's wrong with it.
Right. He said, first and foremost, I extend my deepest and most sincere apologies to my Jewish sisters and brothers for the hurtful and divisive words that came out of my mouth during my interview with Richard Griffin. They reinforced the worst stereotypes of a proud and magnificent people. And I feel ashamed of the uninformed and naive place that these words came from. The video of this interview has since been removed.
Nothing wrong with that apology. Can I address my third cousin on my daddy's side, Candace Owens? She tweeted.
Don't even play like that because people really think that's your cousin.
I was like, I didn't know y'all was.
I know. That'll be the headline. I know. Now, I saw her tweet out yesterday. I respect C to God, but his comment that Nick Cannon's firing proves Jews have the power is off base. Did the hundreds of white people who have been fired over these past few months for disagreeing with the radical goals of Black Lives Matter prove that we have the power? Real quick. First of all, what hundreds of white people have been fired for disagreeing with the radical goals of BLM? Who are these hundreds of white people who have been fired for disagreeing with BLM? Please show me them. But to answer your question, my third cousin on my daddy's side, Candace, black people don't have the power. Okay, it's not enough of us in positions of power to have the power, but I think we've built a little bit of power via social media, enough power that we can raise awareness to racism and bigotry, but not the power we could have if we owned more and were in more positions of power. Because when you the boss, you don't have to ask anyone to fire someone. You can just do it. And we will, as black people, have that kind of power soon. It's coming. And just like Jewish people demand accountability for racist attacks against their culture, that's something we should all want to emulate and continue to do. Period.
All right. Well, Dwayne Wade had tweeted out, Nick Cannon, we are with you, keep leading. But then he ended up deleting that tweet and also apologizing for his comments as well and his support. He said, I want to clarify.
Dwayne didn't know what the hell was going on.
He seen a black man down and was like, I'm going to support my brother. That's all he said. He didn't know what his brother did, but he said, I'm going to support.
I'm sure he also appreciates the fact that Nick Cannon supports Gabrielle Union, his wife, with America's Got Talent. So I'm sure that's probably where that was coming from. He said, I was not supporting or condoning what Nick Cannon specifically said, but I had expressed my support of him owning the content and brands he helped create. I was too quick to respond without being fully informed about his hurtful anti-Semitic remarks. As you all know, I have zero tolerance for any hate speech.
Yeah, once you find out that, once he jumped out there and then he got corrected and got new information. And so he was like, whoa, wait a minute now. I can't stand by all that.
That's right.
Nothing wrong with that.
If it was double dutch, he jumped in and jumped out.
Jumped right back out.
Yeah. And I am happy that Nick Cannon didn't lose the Masked Singer. I also hope CBS Viacom comes back around because this is an opportunity for all of us to educate each other. Nick needs to be educated on the Jewish community, and in turn, he can help to educate Jewish folks on the black community because we all have cultural blind spots, and sometimes those cultural blind spots make us perpetuate negative stereotypes that lead to people's persecution. And that's what happened in this situation. But I don't care what nobody says. Black and Jewish people need each other, especially at a time like this. Our struggles are too similar. Two oppressed, marginalized groups need to come together in this moment and fight against the real enemy, which is white supremacy.
All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.